Can you give us, if you know, like some measure of the actual costs of data breaches for these industries?
What we have come to know is that in Canada, in a general sense, on the average, it costs $10.6 million to a small Canadian company when they get hacked. But this is a national average. If we can go on to a more precise case, let's say we could say the Marriott Hotel. They lost more than 50 million IDs, and as they were an hotel company with their private clubs and premiums, and they had the passport of these people. They could not know which passport has been compromised and which didn't. But to not take any chance and to do a good PR, they decided to replace all of them. So it has cost an average of $30 billion, which is a lot of money. The problem is, how do you deal with this conundrum in which the medical data owner cannot give you the data? So you don't have the right to protect your investor or to protect the people that have put money into your company. You don't have the right to just give your IP like that. So what do? One of the two parties must trust the other. And this is a big problem. Each time you have to find an agreement, you have to find big contracts and NDAs that doesn't protect much, because the one who has the most economical power will always win in such and stand out. At one point, you will need to put all your data on this either Microsoft or Amazon or any other structure for that matter, to use your data on their system. And all these have terms and agreement generally in which it does not guarantee protection to your data. So you will need to have an insurance in which you can say, okay, I am the owner of medical data in the jurisdiction of Canada, and I have enough guarantee so that it's going to be regulated for me to put all the hospital server data into Microsoft Azure. So it is still a complicated thing. So it can work for some company, but it doesn't necessarily fix the problem, because this is not a marketplace. It is not a place where the algorithm seller can say, okay, put your data into this place and you can use my algo, but I have insurance that you can do nothing else with my algo, and you have insurance that I have never access to your data. So there is one approach that has been proposed a few years back, and that has worked very, very hard for the moment. It is called homomorphic encryption. It is not very intuitive. It is a very complex technology, but for now it doesn't fit the solution because it is not performing well. It is still very slow, and it is still only able to deal with some type of variables. Another solution that has been proposed are fully centralized systems, such as what you say with Microsoft Azure, with the IBM Watson environment, and all these environments. They are made as centralized point of control that has these big labs and big security, physical security there. So what they're going to try to say is, look, the guarantee is you have all my quality insurance that the data will not be compromised. But still, it doesn't fix the problem of transmitting data, and it doesn't fix the problem of terms and agreement and knowing that your data will never be used by a third party, and that it could not be snooped upon while you are sending it to, let's say, Microsoft or to this new cloud and to Amazon or DigitalOcean or any other provider for that matter. We have to see here that is often when we speak about blockchain, people wants to figure that it is an entire solution. Blockchain, in this case, can only fix part of the problem. And so what is special about the distributed ledger and blockchain? The real special thing about it is the unicity. So what some people like to call the immutability of data. So to make it very simple, when you have distributed ledger or blockchain, everyone is sharing the exact same set of data, and with some cryptographic magic, they can always confirm to each other that they have the exact same order, the exact same data within the exact same time frame. And if someone goes out of this, it becomes rejected from the system. And so what we have seen with the blockchain is the ability for people to trade assets from a peer-to-peer position, meaning that I can send you something on the blockchain, which would generally be considered as a token or an asset of data. And I can be sure without using any other one, any other party or any other trusted person, you can be sure and I can be sure that I sent it to you. So this creates the possibility of creating escrows. I like to call them escrow. I know that escrow is generally the concept of I give money into the escrow, and when condition A, B, and C is good, the money is triggered to be released to Mr. X or you. So you can create conditions in which money is going to be transmitted to someone or another, but it doesn't have to be money. An escrow can be thought for data too. So you can have data that is stored, but that will only react to some specific triggers. And that these triggers are mathematics, they are smart contracts, they are not humans. So they cannot make mistakes, they cannot be corrupted, they cannot forget something. The worst that can happen is they have a technical bug. I think that Singularity.net is doing a good job for now at creating this infrastructure layer in components, if you prefer, or SaaS environment in which people are going to be able to leverage this technology to fix the solution. But in the short term, I think it's more like there's a new business opportunity.